let's do some rehousings. Hello and welcome back to Incredible Inverts and Other Animals with me, Phil. As I said, it's time to do some rehousings. This time, some of the things that I got from the Western Invertebrate Show that was held just outside Bristol. So let's go ahead and check out my footage. Okay guys, so here we go with some rehousings of my pickups from the Western Invertebrate Show. So first off is the Stromatopelma calceatum, or calceatum, the feather-legged baboon that I was gifted. So it's going to go into basically one of my kind of arboreal, sort of grown on, sort of setups, fairly basic. And so these guys are quick. So I do have one currently as kind of sub-adult. I see it about once a year. So it's nice to have a young one again. So I'm tentatively kind of putting the pot in, having a bit of a think about how I want to do this, because I'd rather it not bolt on me. And these can be quick to bolt. Sometimes they do kind of spook easily. So, and if we can avoid it kind of going everywhere, then that's what I really want. And then eventually what I end up doing, as you'll see, is actually just leaving the tub that is actually within this container, and just being able to remove the lid from it for it to come out of its own accord. You can see the webbing that is done is attached to the lid. And of course it likes to hide in the webbing and stuff, so it does make it a little bit more difficult. So, what I'll do eventually, actually, I managed to get the webbing just a little bit more off, and there we go. I was able to then just lift that out. I knew that the spider was no longer in the webbing, and so it was all attached to the top, and so to that lid, and so potentially would have just taken the spider out and it would have just gone run about. I was able to get it out of the webbing, just convince it to come out, and here you can just see it there. They are absolutely stunning spiders, really beautiful. But what I'm going to do is just leave it like that just for a few days, just for it to hopefully come out, perhaps hide in behind the tub. There's a bit of space there, and then what I can do is put the cork, bit of cork back in at a later date. So I'll save that bit of cork back for it. So, hopefully, like I say, it'll come out of its own accord, sort of thing, and there'll be a lot sort of calmer for the spider, and certainly a lot calmer. So for me, so that's one done. Next, I've got the Poecilotheria riflata. Very similar setup, same sort of tub, and so I find these work quite well in rearing sort of arboreal tarantulas. What I'll do again is just sat on top of another tub, and just to have it kind of a similar sort of height, as it's going into one that's a little bit higher. So I end up using basically the other sort of a similar sized tub, and it makes it pretty much the same sort of height. So I was like, cool, that's going to work. I thought about just kind of coax it in and just get the walk over in, and then I thought, actually no, what I'll do is get it up into a regular kind of sling tub. I use it as a bit of a catch cup for this species, for these smaller ones at the moment, or whilst they're small. So it's an absolutely beautiful spider as well. I love my pokies, so it's nice to have a riflata in my collection finally. And then what I thought I would do actually is gain another way just to show you guys that it can be this simple as just leave that tub in there for it to come out. It has come out now, literally a couple of days, within sort of an hour or so it came out. And here we have the Tapetum genus Violosis. So I'm going to actually keep it in this tub. So it's big enough for it for the moment, and just add a bit of cork in there so it's got something to climb on and stuff. These guys again can be incredibly quick. So just opening the lid off carefully. And then I'm going to just, like I say, introduce that cork in it carefully without sort of disturbing the spider too much. And so in the hope that it doesn't decide to bolt and try and make a run for it. So you want to basically place this in without really touching the spider if you can. Just manipulate that down and let that just again go to the side. Hover over with the lid just to be on the safe side, move it around as needed. You can see there, but job's a good one. It's in, it's secure. So no boltiness from any of them, so you can do without them bolting around. And then lastly, we're going to do the Sand Runner Mantids that I got from Christopher Brown Cabin. So I've gone with the setups. So gonna have a look at these. So setup is there's a tub with some mesh, a little bit of decor, and a bag of sand. So it's all simple, but it's enough for these guys. I went for sales as it just saved me having to figure out what to put them in or anything. You know, come with them nice and simple. So there's one, nice and simple. So I'll do the second one and then get them in. So this, you know, pretty much exactly the same. A little bit of decor, bit of sand, but it's literally kind of, you know, what these guys need. They don't really need anything sort of complex, sort of thing within their enclosure. One of the main things that we did say is that they do need heat, so and to make sure that they're fed, you know, at least every 3 days. So just because their heat and high metabolism, they soon get hungry again. So they're the setups, nice and simple, and we'll get them in. So this is the male. So they're getting fascinating little things. They're prey mantids that acts very, very differently to most mantids. So hence the name Sand Runner. They do run along the sand. They can be quite speedy along it as well. So just coaxing that in. They're very well camouflaged to it all as well. As hopefully you can sort of see there, they kind of almost just disappear. So as you can see, these cells are perfectly big enough for them. And we'll get that lid just on, so you can see what it's like. So nice, simple, but functional setups. And then a more simple one I'm going to use for the female. And my hope is, yeah, if I can hopefully breed it up successfully, I can then hopefully attempt to breed them, which would be really cool if I manage it. So as a female, I'd put a few green bottles in with just for overnight that I'd hatched, but she hadn't eaten. I'll just get her in, and there she is. So I'll get that old caster out of there. So what we'll do is give them a feed of some fruit flies. I can add some more green bottle cases to them as well, but that's my rehousings. Okay guys, so that was some of my rehousings. I didn't show sort of the boring ones, or, well, you know, rehousing beetle larvae, popping in some blue death beetles with my other group and stuff. I didn't show you that, but in there was obviously the my Sand Runner Mantids, fantastic things, and just a couple, you know, another idea of rehousing tarantulas, where you don't necessarily have to coax them out or anything. You can just pop the pot inside the enclosure that they're going to go into and allow them to come out of their own accord. So that's, you know, far calmer for the spider, far calmer for you as well. So especially with fast ones like calcetiums and stuff, it's one way of hoping that they don't bolt on you. And so that's just an idea for you guys. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up, pop some comments down below, and if you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell for notifications, so you know next time I upload another video. But until next time guys, take care, stay safe, and keep rocking.